In the shadows of history lies a battle shrouded in mystery and legend, a moment that forever altered the fate of nations and people. The Battle of the Little Bighorn, often romanticized and misunderstood, was one of the most significant and bloody encounters in American history. While many know the story through the eyes of Lieutenant Colonel George Armstrong Custer and his doomed 7th Cavalry, this epic clash between U.S. forces and Native American tribes reveals truths far more compelling and dramatic than the myths that have been passed down. The seeds of conflict were sown in 1874 when Custer led an expedition that discovered gold in the Black Hills of South Dakota. These sacred lands, belonging to the Sioux Nation by treaty, became the object of U.S. government greed. When the Sioux refused to sell their heritage, tension escalated, leading to an inevitable confrontation. By 1876, federal forces were dispatched to the plains to confine the Sioux to reservations and quell the unrest. In June of that year, Custer launched his fateful attack on a massive native encampment of Sioux, Cheyenne, and Arapaho warriors near the Little Bighorn River in Montana. The battle began with chaos and terror. As U.S. soldiers approached, their presence stirred fear and panic among the native tribes, who had gathered in unprecedented numbers. Warriors swiftly met the attack with overwhelming force, pushing the soldiers back toward the river and surrounding them. Despite their training and firepower, Custer and his men found themselves outnumbered and trapped. Leading the charge was the fearless Crazy Horse, a legendary figure who rallied his warriors with unparalleled courage. He led his people into the fray with defiance, charging past the soldiers in a daring display of bravery. The native forces were relentless, using their superior knowledge of the land and unmatched horsemanship to overwhelm the soldiers. As Custer's men fell one by one, they attempted to retreat, but the warriors pursued them mercilessly, driving them toward a hilltop where they made their final stand. The fight grew more desperate as the soldiers' ammunition ran low, forcing them to engage in brutal hand-to-hand combat with knives and clubs. The battle raged on, and by the end of that fateful day, every American soldier lay dead. Custer's body was found among the fallen, but the exact moment of his death remains a mystery. It is believed he perished during the Indians' final, unstoppable charge, led by Low Dog of the Oglala, who rallied his warriors with the cry, "This is a good day to die." In their terror, some soldiers attempted to surrender, throwing down their weapons and raising their hands. But the Sioux took no prisoners that day. Red Horse later recounted that not a single soldier was captured, all were killed. The only survivors were the women of the soldiers' camp. For years, the story of the Battle of the Little Bighorn has been told primarily from the perspective of the U.S. military, recounting the loss and tragedy of Custer and his men. But the Native American side of the story, as told by the warriors who fought and survived, sheds new light on the events of that day. Their accounts reveal a fierce and strategic defense of their homeland, a battle fought not only for survival, but for the preservation of a way of life. Had Custer's men not attacked the women in the gardens, fired at the children by the river, or chased after the horses, perhaps the outcome might have been different. Likewise, had the native warriors not fought with such brilliance and unity, history may have taken another turn. This battle, which has resonated through history, serves as a reminder that victory is often determined by the smallest of decisions. It was not just a clash of arms, but a clash of cultures, a fight for land, dignity, and freedom. The Battle of the Little Bighorn stands as a testament to the strength and resilience of the Native American tribes who defended their land against insurmountable odds. If this story has captured your imagination, stay tuned for more tales of great battles and turning points in history. Remember, while history may be written by the victors, the truth lives on in the hearts of those who fought and lived through it.